High five, viewers.
I apologize for that. I will probably do it again. Sierra, what's up? Matt, thank you for the 26 months. And Matthew, thanks for the 39. Oh, tier 3, Jesus Christ. Thank you. Yeah, bright and early.
What have you done?
Yeah, it doesn't totally get pitch dark at 4 p.m. or anything. It's so early and it feels like I'm doing a late night stream. Fuck me. You're back, second stream? What's up, Mr. Jack? Any glorpers? Maddox, SO 67. Corky, good to see you. SO 71.
GM, how's it going, Pete? I'm making a fancy dinner and dessert tonight.
Ooh. Do tell. Do share.
Yo.
Random, thanks for the 8 months. And a friend, thanks for the 37. Appreciate you both. What's up, chat? Happy Saturday. No, happy Friday. Thought it was Saturday. Happy Friday, y'all. How you guys doing today? Yeah, happy Friday. Sorry, I'm just settling in here real quick. I had to just click stream because I always do this. I always think about streaming, and then I think like maybe I should wait a little while. Maybe I should do something else. Oh god, I don't know if I should stream. And then time goes by. And it's like 5, and then it turns to like 10, and then it's too late to stream, and then I just don't stream. So I just had to click stream. So I'm so not used to doing this anymore. You really did get a second stream this month? I did make a promise. I did make a promise, and believe it or not, there will be a third stream tomorrow. Even though it's not really... That's more like a scheduled stream, not really like an impromptu stream. What's up, Karen? I was gonna go to sleep early. Oh. It'll be a short stream, probably. I mean, it depends. There's actually a lot to talk about. There's a lot that's gone on over the last, like, little bit. Some exciting stuff. Chat, quick roll call, real quick. Give me a yo if you're here. First got ribeye with loaded baked potatoes and pan-seared Brussels sprouts. For dinner, I have creme brulee in the oven. That should be done in about 30 minutes. Anyone up for a plate? Yes, please.
Yo.
I will take a plate and one for leftovers if you would be so sparing. Blue, Rainbow, Phoenix, Wizard, Confused, Shadow, Luna, Random, Flaming Soul, Carrie Vars, Karen Reactive, JM, Yellowhead. Thanks for 30 months. Appreciate you. Thanks so much. How do you take your steak? I do like it rare. I do like it rare. If I'm going to like a chain restaurant, medium rare. But if I'm going anywhere good, rare, 100%. I actually had some really good steak while I was in San Diego. Kind of made me fall back in love with it again. Because steak, I feel like, can be so boring if it's not done well. Just a slab of meat. But if you go to a place that actually can like really do steak well, like gives you life again. That being said, I would still probably cut out red meat before I cut out anything like chicken. Don't really care for red meat that much. But a good steak is good though. Tomorrow I'm making prime rib, still not sure about the side. You know what I had for the first time in San Diego? Chimichurri. Never had it before, but man, I was sitting in my hotel room and getting order in room service, and they had it as a side. I'm like, never had this before. Fuck it.
I
Dude,
swear this
chimichurri is
message never sends
bomb.
the first time. People, hey, we chillin', sittin', floating, or fishing.
I don't usually put anything over my steaks when I eat them,
Years ago.
but chimichurri was very delicious. Very good. What's up, universe? So ours message never sends the first time. We chillin', sitting, floating, or fishing. Can't believe the first MCC was 6 years ago. That is true. Can't believe my first stream was 6 years ago. Actually wild. I would say chillin'. I was pretty energetic earlier, but then the sun set at 3 p.m. and now I'm feeling a little depressed. It's just so dark, man. It hasn't started snowing up here in Spokane yet, so it's like the sun doesn't rise until around like 7 a.m. Not really until like 8, and then it sets at like 3 p.m. There's literally no time for it to be light out. Never heard of that kind of food. Please educate me. Chimichurri? It's like a... how do you describe it? Is it like a sauce? Sauce feels weird. When I think of sauce, I think of like tomato sauce. More of like a heavier thing, but I don't think that's true. I think it's just a sauce. It's chimichurri, a sauce. Let me look this up. It is considered a sauce. An uncooked sauce. Okay, maybe that's the difference in it then. Apparently it's originally from Argentina. Yeah, that's good though. Oh, it's another spider bite sighting? I don't know. I haven't seen it in like 2 or 3 days. That being said, I'm still leaning very much into wanting to get a dog soon. But probably not until next year. I mean, definitely not this year. So hopefully next year sometime, or like middle of the year, I think would be nice. Probably better to adopt a dog when it's have it acclimate in your home when it's sunny out and not snowing. So maybe if all plans well, summer next year, maybe fall at the latest. Probably before fall though, or maybe summer, maybe late summer. What kind of dog person are you? I like big dogs. I don't know if we consider like a golden retriever a bigger dog. I think it is a bigger dog. But I'd probably get like a golden retriever, Labrador, or something along like that. And I've had like smaller dogs and medium-sized dogs before. I think like any kind of dog is fine. They're medium dogs, IMO. What would be considered bigger dogs? Oh my god, wait a minute. What's the dog breed that's like fucking massive? It has like a ton of fur over it that looks like a coat. You guys know the one I'm talking about? Not Great Dane. Well, that's one of the bigger dogs. I'm trying to remember. Is it a Mastiff? It might be a Mastiff. Oh, no, not Mastiff. Wait, they barely have any fur. Bernese Mountain Dog. Newfoundland. Yes, that's the one. Wait, hold on. Oh my god, these guys. Dude, I could never take care of a dog like I just looking at this dog, I don't think I would be able to take care of it, but brother. Like, come on. Karen, how many bags of dog food do you think this thing goes through in a month? Like at least 3, right? You gotta be racking in like some good money to be able to pay for a dog like this. One of my hockey players had one. They're ridiculous for loving water. Yeah. My, I think the biggest dog that I've had, well, I wouldn't even say had, but like my brother has a Border Collie and Akita mix, mostly on the Akita. That thing is huge. I remember when I first met it when I was 17, that thing like toppled me over and like jumped on me and I could not get it off of me. Yo, Story, thanks for the 32 months. Appreciate you. Thanks for the resub. A True Coast fan, thanks for the stream streak. Why I oughta. Generally, getting a dog that outmasses you is a bit of a sketchy idea. Or good for protection. If you're actually doing field work, so much food. Yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, probably don't be surprised if I talk about it a lot next year. A little bit right now because I'm kind of getting excited about like being in the mindset for it because I think I'm almost ready. I do want to take a couple more trips without having to worry about a dog first though. But middle next year, probably. Chad, there's a lot going on. I mean, my title has like a few things that are happening, I guess. MCC's tomorrow. We could talk a little bit about cobblemon too. Some exciting things happening with that. And then TFT also apparently had I don't know how many of you guys follow TFT or how many of you guys watch the boot camps. I know I see some of you guys in chat who do. Apparently there was a dev drop this morning for the next TFT set. I hear this a lot from people before a new set drops because they're usually just crazy fatigued over the last one. Apparently this next TFT set is supposed to be like the set. Like set 16 is like the peak of TFT. Like every pro's talking about it. Everybody who has inside info on it. Everyone who like normally doesn't say a word about new sets are all like, oh yeah, this is the one. And apparently the dev drop is really good too. There's like 100 champions this time around. I don't know what the set mechanic is. I haven't looked into it like at all. But apparently it's really good. So we can talk about that later. It sounds built for the top players. My first impression when you say that is that it's going to be flexible. I always hear top players complaining about how sets aren't flexible and how it's not fun to play. Jordan Saber, thanks for the 43 months. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. What up, Jaden? Yeah, we can talk about that as we go. I think I want to do a little bit of MCC talk first before we get too far into the stream. Because that is coming up tomorrow. Tons of skill expression. If it works out, I think it does. Ooh. Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit later, I think. For right now, I want to watch the MCC update video. Post to Minecraft? We are staying in the just chatting section for now. Can't wait for Terror Force time. Yeah, so I've heard about that. I've heard there's something going on with that. Let me see if I can get... I don't think this is on the VOD. That's so loud. That's still so loud. I'll try again. What's up, Caden? Can I get this to go through my... You guys can hear that, right? I know VOD viewers can. That's why I want to see if I can get it so that VOD viewers can hear these. Because I usually don't have Chrome on VOD, just so I don't get copyright struck. But I don't think we're going to be watching anything today that would get me copyright struck, so I think we're chill. I just got to remember how to use my computer. Let's try this. This might be really loud. Hold on.
Fun is good.
I warned you. It was louder for me than it was for you, so you don't have a right to complain. So sorry. So terrible at streaming, dude. Try it again.
Gonna have some.
That's still really loud.
extra special flair.
That's too quiet. Okay.
Because November
That's still so loud. Let me try this.
is MCC's anniversary month, so we always
I think that's fine. Okay, my bad. I think a target audience versus MCC, to be honest.
Hello
Hey.
and welcome to the official update video for MC Championship Mashup.
This one is gonna have some extra special flair. Because November is MCC's anniversary month, so we always try to do something a little special.
You guys believe it's been 6 years? 6 years and my MCC 1 video is lost media. I think that's so crazy. I was doing MCC when I wasn't even consistently making content. So I never saved it. I don't know how someone found my MCC 2 VOD. But my MCC 1 VOD just doesn't exist. Which kind of sucks. But also, like, not really. I don't really go back and watch my old content that much. But it does kind of suck that it's just gone. Ancient times.
That's right, MC Championship is now 6 years old. Feels like it was only last year it became 5.
That's literally the way it works.
Anywho's, there's a lot of crazy changes to cover, so let's hop straight into them.
A lot of MCC 1 POVs are gone. Do you know, like, how many are still... Isn't there, like, a spreadsheet or something that talks about, like, how many there are? Is it more than half are gone? There's a whole team's POV that's just gone from MCC. I mean, that would have been us if Vic didn't have his VOD. Because we teamed with Raph and Florian, and neither of them were... Well, actually, I don't know if they were streaming. I don't think they were. I don't know if they were streaming. That's my go right there.
1-2-3 and well the tournament, the more coins you get for doing well and winning in it.
Hi.
Low-key wild that it looks the same. No disrespect. Like, not in a bad way. It's the same. It looks the same. And I think that's cool. Because, like, they obviously have had a look that they went for and stuck with, but, like, slightly evolved it. I mean, more than slightly. But, like, it looks the same. It's actually kind of dope. No, yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, even this is in the same fucking spot. 6 years of meetings and they've never been like, maybe we move these to the right? Is that the guy who ended up making music now? Yeah, Vic's been like world touring. Which is weird. I low-key want to hit him up for cobblemon season 2 though. Hey dude, remember when we played like PeteZahHutt together? Do you want to like stop making music and going on tours around the world and like sit at your computer for 2 months again? Low key though? Think you play? Do they stream it on the Spark channel? Did they have a chat? I don't think Spark existed back then. Did it exist back then? Oh, it might have. Actually, I think that was around when it started, yeah. Apparently there's 18 POVs from MCC1, and some are just highlights. Oh, like condensed little bits? Yeah. Looking through some of these names, there's some history. We'll say that much. When's MCC? Tomorrow. 16 hour? No, 19. 19 hours, 18 minutes? 19 hours and 18 minutes, yeah. Missy Goat. Hope you've been doing well, King.
Starting with just a quick notifier to let you know that we've activated our winter sale over on our merch store for Season 5
Not gonna lie, your team can win the event. Uh-huh.
merch. So if you want to pick up anything at a discount, up to 20% off, there's lots to choose from, including the glorious Season 5 notebook. Link is in the description.
Right. So for MCC Mashup, we decided to take the best, worst, and weirdest ideas from our history of events and cram them all into one.
That means we'll be bringing back the build challenge from our recent MCC Builders Guild event, where after Game 3, all teams will work together to build the same monument while doing it blindly from each other.
Okay, this was fun. I hate building. I hate games that involve building. I hate it. I wish that it was over. This is low-key fun, though. Actually, a good return. I like this one.
The Paint Blaster from MCC Color the World is making a comeback, allowing teams to color up the hub in any way they wish, using paint that is given to them based on their performance in the previous game.
And the Joker
Okay. Wait, was that a thing? What?
card from MCC Party that allows a single player on each team to choose to receive a flat, unmultiplied amount of coins based on the placement of their next game. But they'll lose coins if they end up in the last 2 placements.
Wait, what? Earn extra coins in a game if you perform well, but with some risk. When was this? Have you seen Tyler One playing hardcore Minecraft? Any takes? I actually haven't. Party 1? This is like 2 years ago? I don't think I played in Party 1. I think I played in Party 2. I don't think I played in Party 1. It seems a bit more linear than the first iteration. So you just bet on your team, earn extra coins in the game if you perform well, but with some risk. Dude, they should just let you gamble on whether you get it correct or not. So you have to perform well. They should just let you bet that your team's gonna get 9th or 10th. Like, give us this before Sky Battle and let us bet on 10th place for like 1,000 coins. We're gonna get 10th anyway. Just let us get something out of it. Why do you bet on that? You still have to do well. Let us bet on us going last.
Game, but they'll lose coins if they end up in the last 2 placements.
Dude, that'd be so sick if like a team that was unanimously gonna do shit in the game could actually get some points from it because they bet on their team doing poorly. And you had 2 teams that were both betting on going 10th, so it was just a battle of who's gonna lose more. So when do you get these?
Party that allows a single player on each team to choose to receive a flat, unmultiplied amount of coins based on the placement of their next game.
When do you get them? Is it random when you get them, or does every team get one before every game? Or is it once per the event? You get one from the start of the event, then get to choose when to use it. Oh, it's only a one-time thing? Every team gets 1 Joker card, I think. You can use it once.
Flat, unmultiplied amount of coins based on the placement of their next game. But they'll lose coins if they end up in the last 2 placements.
So that's the main headliners. But what about the games? Well, for this event, we decided
That's fun.
to go a bit crazy
I like
with
that.
the audience voting. 3 of the 9 games were chosen by the audience through a gauntlet of voting events occurring on mcc.live.
This isn't it.
And boy, were they some interesting results. I think it's safe to say that we all learned a lot about each other.
So starting with those games, we've ended up with Ace Race, who guessed it, and we'll be visiting Clouds 2.
I think this is like their baby. This is like the fallback map for them. Like it's just a good tried map they've done so many times now that like if they don't have anything else that they want to do, they're like, let's just go back to clouds. But I think it's fine. But like, retire it soon, maybe? I feel like we have played it so much, but it is a staple at this point. I don't know. I'm excited. Like I love Ace Race. I do love Ace Race, but Clouds 3 maybe would be cool. Maybe like just some slight changes. I thought Green and Feinberg haven't played Clouds 2 at all. What am I supposed to do with that information? Hey, and they were most of the 82. Appreciate the 82 months. Thank you so much. Pizza. Oh, I need to change that. Actually, you know what? Let me change that team thing right now. One sec. Nicest aesthetically. Yeah, it's a pretty map. Like, I like it. It's a good map for sure. You know what map I want to play again though? I want to play Python's Crypt again, or not the new one, but the what was the one that we did in 17? You guys remember that one when the Tritons debuted? Well, not debuted, but like the new Tritons came out. You guys know the one I'm talking about, right? I want to play that one again. I feel like we've only played that like once or twice. Wait, why is everybody saying well? Wait, what happened? Oh, well, that's a different. You get. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. That map can't be played anymore? Wait, what happened? Am I missing lore? Did the map get canceled? Did the map say a slur? What the fuck happened to the map? What are you talking about? Keep watching? No, I know that to get to the other side map. I'm talking about the Ace Race map. There's new mechanics. Python script is not compatible. Why were you guys talking about like there was a fucking Google Doc on the map or something? Why are you saying it so ominously? Okay, so it can't be played anymore. Damn, really? Wait, really? I thought... When was the last time that it got revamped? Because I swear, didn't that happen like before the Trident changes? Or when the Trident changes happened? They recoded Ace Race and it was prior to that. Was it really? It's not the Tridents? The revamp was like 21. I swear I remember playing that map when the new Tridents were a thing. What's my team? Me-ish. Pyro. Scott. Yippee! There we go. Jump pads, boost pads, and everything else. Oh, Ace Race got redone when they introduced Turtle Run, right? They revamped the Trident in 17 or 16 as well, so that's why it feels that way. I see. Jay, you guys are typing too many words. Everybody type glorp.
Two.
And despite Buildmart being predicted to be one of the first games voted out, it managed to survive. Turns out you've all secretly been Buildmart lovers after all. Aw, guys, I knew you loved it.
And finally, well, after such a cool room lineup from the Copper Crown event...
Wait, was there anything changed? No, same thing.
I knew you loved it.
And finally, well, after such a cool room lineup from the Copper Crown event, Grid Runners got through the voting process as well.
Now, as for the other games, we'll be doing a BattleBox remix where we'll actually be playing all 9 of our first BattleBox maps we ever made, in order, where you'll play a different one per round. Your kit will remain the same across all rounds, but each map will have the original pickups to make things interesting.
That's so fun. That's so fun. Oh, I love that. Ooh, yay. That's such a fun change.
A Bingo But Fast remix where the map will be on the MCC Season 1 hub. Surprise!
Parkour Warrior, where we'll
Wait, actually? Yo, do we think they just kept the map download or they had to rebuild this? Probably just had the download.
Parkour Warrior.
Love that, but it's gonna favor the strongest PvP teams. Why? I think the strongest PvP teams. I don't think it's gonna make a difference. Why do you think that? Cause like, yeah, wait, why? Why do you think that?
Warrior, where we'll be visiting a host of new obstacles and returning obstacles from the original Parkour Warrior course, including a bunch of new mechanics to wrap your head around, such as shrink pads and ace race gadgets.
In
Wait, actually? Wait.
Bunch of new mechanics to wrap your head around, such as shrink pads and ace race gadgets.
Dude, that's so fun. Wait, so that's gonna rock. Weaker PvP teams can put together strats that work on the map, even if they're cheap. Strong teams can adapt more easily. Let's smut that. Yeah, I see that. I guess I was thinking of like the unpredictability of it, but I think you're right. I see what you mean though. You see why I said you were the target audience? Yeah, I love new shit.
TGT2S will be visiting all 3 Terra Swoop Force tunnels played back to back.
My reaction when I heard about this shit, I messaged our team chat. I put up another server for Terra Swoop Force. I messaged him. I was like, I guess I gotta put up the old Terra Swoop Force server again, huh? And I did. So my team's been practicing on there for a day. Probably gonna spend like 5 hours on that tonight before tomorrow.
Also, the original foot race map, Python's Crypt, followed by
Peak. Peak. Nothing but peak so far. Terra Swoop Force 1, 2, 3. Peaks. Foot race. Peak.
the original foot race map, Python's Crypt, followed by Lunchtime from the Nox Crew game show. Wait, this was the TGTOS bit, right? What's going on?
This is really fun. I love this.
Anyway, then lastly we'll be
The kids weren't around for Nox Crew game show, but this shit was fire when I was younger.
running through... What do you mean you lost the...
Whatever this means.
Absolute cinema.
Well, I guess I have no idea. No idea what that last map is, so, enjoy!
We've also got Sky Battle taking place on Medieval after not seeing this one for quite a long time.
And then, of course, some good old dungeon delving in our beloved Sands of Time.
That about covers it. So
It's just Sky Battle, right? We just skip Sky Battle. Just move on. I mean, probably don't skip it. It probably gets played like first or second. Sands of Time, we've been talking like a lot in the Discord. Like our team chat. I think we're pretty locked in for SOT. I think Scott's going to be sandkeeping. Which is good because I like when he yells at me. Escape Grid? No. I think Grid's one of our better games, actually. Like, high key. What's up, Timp? Thanks for the 9 months. Appreciate you. Hey, and I got you on the 82, right? I think so. I feel the team with Scott again? Yeah. It's been a while, huh? Since MCC 3, I'm pretty sure. That's not a while. That is definitely a while. That's 6 years. That is a long while. MCC3 was your birthday? I know. Scott gave me a win on my birthday. It's not my birthday tomorrow, though. Oh well. What's up, Misky?
Hey Mr. Streamer, how goes it PeteZahHutt?
It goes good. It goes good. Thank you for the 59 months. I appreciate you. It's my birthday tomorrow, so win, please. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, MCC, I think like everything's... It sounds like one of the better events. Not talking about like placement or team placement or anything. I just love events where shit is new, or at least very different. This sounds like it'll be that. So wait, going back to the Joker cards. Do you guys remember in Party 1, is it one person per team? So one Joker card in total, or is it 4 in total? One for everybody on the team. You could buy. Oh. But are we going to have currency this time? One per team to a random person. Got you. Got you. Team with Scott's kind of interesting because he's good at some games you aren't. Yeah. Yeah, I think we balance out like pretty well. Everything except for PvP mostly. I don't know how good PvP, I think Ish and Pyro aren't that great either compared to like some of the top dogs in the event, but still, like I don't think we're gonna be too stressed about it. But yeah, so that's tomorrow at noon. That'll be fun. PvP isn't a big thing in this lineup. That is true. That is true. Because they did the audience vote and they got rid of like every PvP game for the most part, which is sick. Love that for me. Love that for us, actually. I think you need to prioritize survival placement so you can place a bit higher in Sky Battle. I think I need to jump off the map all 3 rounds and not delay the inevitable. I think that's the plan, actually. Thanks, coins. More fastest deaths. I think I still hold the record for that, low-key. Hey, yeah, chat. Don't talk about it like you're too proud, okay? I'm talking about it like you're too proud. Let's be real, you can win Parkour Warrior. I guess I could. Sure. We could do that. Anyone playing? No, I was playing. Do I want to play this right now? Maybe later. Let's just talk about some stuff. I'll play it like maybe later. Pyro practice a hard ending. Really? Interesting. Yeah, I'm still be fun tomorrow. Is there anything else to talk about it? I don't think so. I know we didn't do like a team practice all together, but we've been talking to each other in the Discord. So I think we're good. I've learned very quickly that Ish is the kind of person that will put head to a book for 8 hours a night to try and study shit, which I love. So I don't say I didn't say it, or don't say I said it. But like low-key, Ish, I think he's gonna do pretty fucking well tomorrow, which I'm excited for. At least like not placement-wise, but like I think he'll have a really fun time. Because I know that MCC for a lot of newcomers is very overwhelming, but I think he's like kind of over that already. Anyway. I don't think there's more to talk about for MCC right now. I think it's just gonna happen tomorrow and we'll yap about it then. Do you guys want to talk about cobblemon? Because I wanted to watch or react to a little video with y'all. So Abe did a stream. Let's see if I can find the video. Dude, wait, I love this. I was trying to find the video. It's this one. No, like this one here. Abe talks about the problem in the cobblemon server. The thumbnail, people need to touch grass. True. High key true. The actual problem with that server is that nobody ever fucking logs off. That was the biggest issue with it, is that people just played too much. Actually, a real issue. You know what we're doing next season? We talked about doing it for last season, but we're actually implementing it this time. There's going to be a break day. So there's going to be a single day in the week, probably like Wednesday, where the server just goes down for 24 hours. You can't play. We're forcing people to touch grass because literally they need it. It's not even like it's not even just like a funny thing or like kind of a joke or meme thing. It's like a real thing, because with servers like these, people kind of have a pressure to play and keep up with everybody else who's playing a shit ton. So if people are putting in 12 hours a day, like 12, 14 hours a day, it's like all they're streaming, other people feel the need to do the same. And it creates this like people have like partners, they have lives and responsibilities that are playing on here that they need to like tend to, and they just go off the grid for 3 weeks. So I love the idea of one day of the week the server going down for a little while so that people actually can, like I said, take care of errands, spend time with their partners, like things that they genuinely would not do if it was just on 24/7. Also gives us good time to be able to take the server down for a day and like test shit and put out updates. Because I always felt, I know people didn't really give a shit, the players at least, but I always felt really awkward even trying to like take the server down for like a couple minutes at 3 or 4 a.m. because there would still be 1 or 2 people online. Last server, I could not take the server down at any point because there was always somebody on and streaming it. And I felt so bad. I'm like, I know it's 5 a.m. Literally, there are 6 people online in the Discord server. Everyone is asleep right now. But you're still streaming, and I feel like terrible. I'm like, hey, can I take the server down for like 5 minutes? I felt so bad. So having a day where it just like, nobody's allowed on, everybody gets to do other things, I like that a lot. Less stressful. Because we're also planning on having a server, we say this every time, but we are planning on having a server go for longer than 3 weeks. So I think having a day break will help with that a good bit. Also give people something to be excited about too. But yeah, let's watch this and kind of talk about it. I'm not gonna... I don't want to wake up tomorrow and be kicked off every Discord that I know, so I'm not going to say really anything that Abe doesn't talk about here. I haven't watched this over completely. I know a little bit about what he talked about, but we'll see. Because I want to talk about some shit, but I don't know what he talked about.
talk about cobblemon. Cobblemon Academy season 2. This is season 2 of cobblemon. Okay, we did Star Academy, then we did cobblemon Academy, and now we're doing cobblemon Academy season 2.
Kind of weird naming, but I think it lines up really well. I think for a little bit I was teasing this was going to be season 3. It's not. We're calling it season 2, and we're calling the mod pack Cobblemon Academy 2.0. So it is going to be a brand new mod pack. We're not just editing the last one. It's going to be like a new mod pack from scratch, and we're calling it Cobblemon Academy 2.0. And I think it works out well because the current version that we're on is 1.x. And we did Star Academy before, even though Star Academy was like technically season 1. I think naming wise, it makes sense this way. Because like we are just going to keep calling it Cobblemon Academy. That name's not changing ever. I don't think, well, maybe not ever, but like it's not changing now or in the future. So yeah, season 1 was earlier, a couple months ago, and then this will be season 2. Star feels more beta to me. It was like alpha. That's what we all considered it. Alpha or Star Academy was like, let's try this thing and just see what we can do and what we can. Also, it was kind of sloppily put together too, so it felt like an alpha. That's on me. I put it together sloppily, but that's okay because I didn't have much time. But yeah, it was very like just not talk about it really. Way a bit confusing with Star Academy, but it's fine. Yeah, I think so, but streamers will call it season 2. The mod pack will be called 2.0. And I also think there were a lot more viewers and a lot, not viewers, but like more of an audience reach with Cobblemon Academy compared to Star Academy. Bigger roster, just more went into it. So I think when people hear season 2, they'll be like, oh, season 2, that makes sense. They won't think like, wait, wasn't last season 2? Because nobody called it season 2. Move on to better things now? No, but like actually... I've said this before, but I'm still so happy that Abe wanted to do another server with me after Star Academy, because I was like, please don't let that be the last thing that I do with you. I straight up told him, I'm like, brother, this was shit. Not like shit, but it was kind of shit. I'm like, I can do so much better. We gotta run this back. Just give me a little bit more time. Let me like really cook up something nice. And then, yeah. That was the difference between 2 months of really stressful, like no time work versus having 6 months to work on something. So, but I was definitely happy that I got to still work on Cobblemon Academy and like make something better. Cause even I was pretty frustrated. I'm like, dude, I can do so much better than this. Yeah, one more chance, please. Yeah, exactly.
So Cobblemon Academy season 2 is coming back in January. It's going to be fucking insane. I did do an initial round of invites to the people who will be returning from the last season. And I'm also going to be inviting some new people as well. We literally rebuilt the entire mod pack from the ground up. It's looking amazing. It's
yeah. What do I want to talk about the mod pack? So I don't know if you guys feel the same, because I'm sure a lot of you guys play a ton of different mod packs. In my experience and in my opinion, if you're going to keep the same name, so like we're sticking with Cobblemon Academy, I think a mod pack needs to have some recurring elements to it, so it feels different but the same. So one thing that is going to be returning that we're not touching really is the terrain, the generation, like the biomes, because I didn't like Star Academy's biomes all that much, but I loved the like biome mods and stuff that we set up for Cobblemon Academy. William Withers, Oh, the Biomes We've Gone, and Regions Unexplored. I love the mix. I think it's so fun to traverse around, and we're keeping that. What else? I don't know how much else I want to say too much, but I know that that's like one of the bigger things that we're sticking with, because I like the idea of when you're exploring around the world and you run into certain biomes that it kind of feels like Cobblemon Academy. Like, oh, it's a familiar, familiar world, but maybe with like different structures, different POIs, different events happening around you, but the terrain is still the same. Yeah, we did build it like mostly from the ground up. We just kept a few things, but it's looking really good though.
It's looking insane. We're actually going to have public servers. It's going to be up and running.
Someone save Pete from the basement. He's dying. I'm not in my basement anymore. I moved upstairs. Now I'm dying in my first floor room. I'm not in my basement anymore. Was I in my basement during Star Academy? Wait, was I? I don't remember when I moved up here. I don't know if I was. At least you're getting more sun. No, actually. Wait, let me see here. Star Academy? No, I wasn't. I was up in this room. When did I move out of my basement? Oh, it's been a while. Dude. Like, okay, high key, I miss this basement. I miss this backdrop. This room is such a great stream room, just from the aesthetic of like the wood paneling on the walls and the brick. It's a vibe. The yellow era, yeah, true. It was a vibe down here, but also I genuinely got depressed. These two windows, they don't open. They were the only little glimpse of sunlight that I would get during the day. And like right now, there's only sunlight for maybe 6 hours out of the 24 hours on the clock. It was so just, and you couldn't, that's the other thing, you couldn't hear anything that was happening around you. So it was just like cold, cozy. It was very cozy. But it was just, it was such a bad room to be in for like 14 hours a day. It fucked me up, I think. You never stream in daytime anyway? That is as daytime as it gets. Look at all that natural light. Look at all that natural light. You see all showering into the room. All in the same house, and another green lighting arrow was also in the same room? What the hell is the green lighting arrow? Green lighting arrow? What green lighting arrow? Are you looking at this? You were regularly doing 14-hour streams in that time? That's true, I was. The corners are so bright, I know. Dude, you know what's wild about going back to my old VODs? If you close your eyes, scroll, and just click on a random video, guarantee you I have a different haircut. So many beanies, though. Brother, let it out. Take the beanie off your head. Let that shit air out, man. I have so many different, I think I have like 8 different beanies. This is my hairstyle that I have right now. Same but shorter? I think it's the exact same hairstyle. It's more trimmed in the back. When was this? April 16, 2024. It's like a year and a half ago? Ooh, Mercy by Bad Omens. Peak. Reverse front curls, but yeah. I feel like I had, oh my god, it's my jacket that I bought. Love a jacket. Yeah, actually rare land on the same haircut that I've got right now. The weird thing is though, the VOD before, this is literally the day before. I think I have a middle part. Oh my god, why do I have a middle? Why do I have that? It's like the same cut, but I just have like this middle. That's so interesting. Anyway, I think I have body dysmorphia. Not sure, but it might track. Battleman and Bring Me the Horizon stream song era. Okay, but also, is anyone else obsessed with Sleep Token at the moment? Do you guys know Caramel? I'm gonna play it for you guys if you haven't heard it. Yeah. So this song might be song of the year for me. Listen to how his song starts. Isn't that so fun? There's a name for it, but apparently this is like 3 or 4 different instruments laid over each other and just kind of like split up. I like this intro so much, but it frustrated me because I couldn't cover it on guitar. I went out and bought, where is it? Oh, I think it's out. You guys have heard of a kalimba, right? I went out to a local music shop and bought one just to cover the intro of this song. No? Here, I'll show you. So it looks like this. It's like a thumb piano. So you hold it like this and you just kind of like flick the twines down. Here, so I'll show you. I don't know if my mic's gonna pick it up or not. Such a pretty instrument. I haven't been able to play it too much since I bought it a couple weeks ago, just because I've been so busy, but it was like 40 bucks I got it from, and it's very, very beginner friendly. There's a version of it apparently that has a 1/4 input, so I could like hook up to my computer and cover some songs on it, like on stream, because my microphone doesn't pick up on it very well, so I don't really want to play anything. So I don't think it would actually go through on stream. But if I keep staying into it, I might pick one of those up and play it. Do some like little, yeah. One song that I'm sure you guys know that was played on a kalimba as well. Actually, I don't know if it was played on a kalimba, but I know it's a very common like kalimba cover song. Is oh, you guys know the name of it? What's the Avatar song?
53. Very epic. 53 months of paying to be distracted.
Is it the Avatar's Love? What's it called? Is it the Avatar's Love? Oh, it might actually be. Secret Tunnel? No. I think it's just the Avatar's Love. Unless I have the title wrong. No, it's not that one. At least by that vine. Mm-mm. No, it's it's this one. Okay, this I actually do need to put not on the VOD really quick. So let me move that over real fast. Hopefully it's not gonna be too loud. This song. see if I find a part with it. This part. That's played on a kalimba. Yeah. Very beautiful instrument. Very simple instrument too. Very beautiful music that it makes. Oh shit. I lost my playlist. Damn. I said it reminded me of Minecraft music. It was because Hackstrom was actually played on one of these. Yeah, there's some Minecraft music that was played on a kalimba too. What's up, Jay? Thanks for the 53. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. 53 months of paying to be distracted. True. I shared the lo-fi sleep token covers in Discord, didn't I? I think you might have. That was a bit ago, right? Anyway, let's keep watching.
Very close to server launch, and you guys are going to be able to play and join and
Wait. I forgot. Need to move it to here. There we go. Wait. Wait.
going to be up and
I think I played the Avatar song on stream VOD. Oh, might be my career over. Okay, that was a good run.
running very close to server launch, and you guys are going to be able to play and join and play for free.
Wait, when do you talk about this? Wait, go back. Nickelodeon would be cool about it though. True, Tracker could be being cool with that.
We literally rebuilt the entire mod pack from the ground up. It's looking amazing. It's looking insane. We're actually going to have public servers. It's going to be up and running very close to server launch.
Hey,
And
hey. You hear that? You hear that? We're actually going to have public servers this time. And I can say that with confidence because unlike, so let me explain. Last season, when we talked about wanting to do public servers, we didn't really have much set up beforehand. And public servers are a lot of work, but for you guys that have played the mod pack, I've talked about it before, there wasn't really like a lot of content in the mod pack to be able to support like a public server environment because there wasn't a lot of content. You would play for 2 or 3 weeks and then there wasn't much else to do. This time, we're not only building the entire mod pack around the idea of like, when I say we're building it for public servers, it sounds like we don't care about single player, but we're building it around like a lot of very repeatable content and events. But also, we brought on, well, not brought on, but like we partnered, teamed up with whatever, like there's people working on the mod pack right now. We have like 15 new developers. Not all developers. Some are like artists, builders, people who are like really good at music. We're working with like a really a lot more people than we have been in previous seasons, which is super cool because they're doing amazing work, and it like fills my heart with so much happiness as well because like this is my baby, this is my project, like not mine alone, but like, you know, this is someone I put like a year of work into, and I really want to see it flourish. There's a lot of plans and things that I wanted and hoped would happen with this. Like I talked about it a lot, like really big aspirations, like, oh, it'd be sick if we had like dungeons or like a rank system or like whatever, all these like really cool things that, to be honest, we would never be able to do because it was really just like me, Wutax, on like the dev side of things. Goody would help out a little bit. Danny would be there to make like some artwork and stuff, but like aside from that, it was really just us, like coding shit. So there just wasn't, like, we didn't have enough people to be able to do these kinds of things. Now we're working with a team that has not only like done stuff like this before, is actually running like a very successful server like at the moment. So we're talking with people who are incredibly experienced and like know how to set up a public server. So Abe and I both have a lot of confidence in saying that like, yeah, we're going to have a public server available for you guys in January when it launches. And I'm going to be living on there when it happens because I've seen what we have so far. I've seen the builds. I wish so fucking badly I could just like accidentally log on and be like, oh no, I didn't mean to show this on stream. I don't know how to quit. My game won't close. Oh god, I gotta fly around and show everything off. Maybe then I'll be able to leave. And then sneakily delete the VOD after. There's a world where I wish I could do that right now, but I can't. But it's so cool. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's so sick. I have practical questions I won't be asking. You can ask them. I'd love to answer them. If it wouldn't be me leaking anything, but you can ask.
You guys are going to be able to play and join and play for free. Like it's gonna be awesome.
It is gonna be free to play, like every Minecraft server, but that is like pretty important. It's gonna be free to play. We are gonna have monetization, obviously, because we need to eat and we want to, you know, like make some money off this for the amount of work that we're putting in, like every server. But it won't be pay to win. It won't be like super heavy bunch of ranks that, you know how servers are. We're not going to do it like that. You'll be able to pay for like cosmetics and stuff, maybe like some small gameplay buffs, but nothing that would deter anybody that's free to play from wanting to play as well. So what's the funding model? It's a lot of devs. Like funding model? Okay, okay, I can't talk about that on stream. That's not really appropriate. The funding model is if you like the server and want to support us, pay $3 for a couple plushies that you can put down in your base. That's the funding model. How's the spec allocation for self-hosting looking? Heavier than before or about the same? Spec allocation for self-hosting looking heavier than before or about the same? Less this time? So we're building the mod pack around... Oh wait, actually, I just realized that someone came in here and put a very long message that I just completely blanked out and didn't read. Hi, Frozen Fish, are you still here? We recently tried to reach out to you and your team about whether we can create a cobblemon Academy pack with our additional mods to make things easier for our players. We wouldn't infringe on copyright whatsoever and would give full credit to you and your team. CurseForge wouldn't let us without your permission. Just wondering if that's something you're open to or completely against. No words if that's the case. Yeah, I don't care. I don't think any of us care. CurseForge doesn't... CurseForge doesn't let you? Oh, is that because the mod pack's ARR? Yeah, no, we don't have any issue with like people forking our mod packs and like doing something different with it. That's totally cool. I don't know if you're still here or not. I don't want to message you, that'd be weird, but hopefully you're still here to hear that. How much RAM, CPU, etc. So yeah, we're building the mod pack to be better for servers because we need to run it on the public server. So we're actually trimming it down a lot. Not content-wise, but we're taking out half of the mods I think before we had like 300 mods for last season. This season's mod pack will probably be like half of that. So it should run a lot better for servers. Because we're also using... There's a mod... I'll show you here. There's a mod called Moonrise. It's an optimization mod for a server. Apparently this thing's crazy. Like, the people that we're working with use this for their public server. And apparently, before they had this mod, they would start getting lag around maybe 60, 70 players. With this mod installed, they don't have any lag anymore. So they've been able to have like 200 players in the same world without any TPS issues because of this. The only problem is, this affects a lot of things with the game, so you kind of need to build a mod pack around it, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't be able to just like throw it into the last mod pack without changing a lot. So people that are hosting their own stuff, it should run a lot smoother. Because we definitely had some TPS issues last server, even with our like really good hardware that Bisect gave us. When we had 30, 40 people online and people were like going around exploring during shiny hunting and stuff, it would drop down to 15 TPS, like 15, 13. Which obviously isn't great because we need it to be a lot better than that for public servers. So it'll be much better to self-host this time. Implications for the SMP roster? Well, I know that Abe at some point talked about wanting to have 100 people on the roster for the season. That's not private info. He like mentioned that during his stream, saying that he wants to invite 100 people. I don't know if we're going to have 100 people this time around. That's not my domain. That's his. But I think we would be able to host 100 people with the way we're setting the pack up. I know it's ambitious, but I don't know. Should be able to this time. Is there going to be a common official public server or not? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Well, I guess not right now, but yes, there will be. You might say it in the video. You might, yeah.
We have a rank system. So another really cool thing is we have a rank system
Oh
where
my
you
gosh.
can queue into us on the SMP. So if I'm queuing for a rank battle and I'm like, let's say I'm like diamond or whatever the fuck we call it, right? Let's say I'm diamond and you're also diamond and you queue into ranked, you can match up against me. There will be
We're building a custom rank system where you guys are going to be able to battle people on the public server and us from the SMP with MMR. Like an actual rank system with like leaderboards, top 10, top 20, seasons, end of season rewards, super fun shit like that. But like, we're going to have it so if players on the SMP want to queue up, they'll be able to like battle players from the public server. So if you guys want to like try and fight fucking, I don't know, like Sykkuno or Toast, like two of the defending champs from last season, and they want to queue, you'd be able to. It's a super sick system that, yeah, it's gonna be dope. So the Elite Four in a sense? Kinda. Remember watching you play Crazy Crap when you were getting all the Iron Man marks? Do you think Crazy Crap will ever get a new server? No, but you should play Common Academy though. Dude, I'm gonna be no-living it too. Expo, thanks for 21 months. Appreciate you. Also, thanks for saying that you want to play on it.
proximity voice chat. We can talk shit. It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be.
Oh yeah, we'll have prox chat on the public server too. I think prox chat's always scary with public servers, but I think Abe and I's community, that circle of community, I think everybody's like pretty respectful. I've seen public servers that are much less centered around specific communities that do fine with public voice chat. I think it'll be fine. Also, like Abe was saying, being able to like talk with people that you're rank battling against would be pretty hilarious. What's up, Crocs? Good to see you again. Hope you're good. Letting streamers create custom queues for the community would be good. Enter code XXX and you'll be able to queue with me and everyone else in chat. Yeah, maybe. So instead of just a general queue, you put in a code and it's like an in-house almost. We would probably need restrictions on that. Maybe it would only be a streamer feature. Because I feel like if players were allowed to create their own codes, they could just battle against the same 3 or 4 people and just boost their MMR like crazy. I like the idea though. SMB members only. Yeah, I like the idea. I'm gonna write some of these down if you guys come up with like any good ideas. Custom queue codes for streamers so they can queue with their communities. I like that one. I'm writing that down. Make it not MMR matches when using a code. I feel like we want to try and find some other solution to that first, because being able to queue against streamers and still keep it ranked might keep the intensity, so it's not just defaulted to casual. Maybe that wouldn't work though. What's up, Celebro? Private tourneys, etc. Yeah, that would be cool. Oh my god, like a tourney bracket. Chat, do you guys remember? I don't know if it's still a feature. Did you guys play Rocket League when they had their tournament brackets? I know I streamed it ages ago when I streamed Rocket League. Rocket League had a feature where you could input a tournament code and it would enter you into a tournament that somebody created. So the creator could like create a tournament, set what game mode they want it to be, how many players, like what kind of bracket style, game rules, things like that. I guess for this, it could be like gimmicks. That would be actually so fun if people could do the same. So like me as a streamer, I could create my own tournament code like on the SMP, and then people from the public server could join that, and it would just be like an autofill best of 32 Swiss style. Maybe not Swiss style, but like just standard bracket style. And then you have like a winner. Dude, that'd be so cool, actually. That sounds like a lot of work. Oh, I'm kind of spoiling that we haven't thought of that yet. Or like, maybe we've thought about that, but I don't think that we have that right now. That would be a really sick feature, though. He's off on the scope. Something's not too bad. Yeah, true. Simple, single elimination bracket. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be cool. Especially being able to like spectate people. Even that's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Yeah. These are all like pipe dreams, but that would be pretty cool.
Fun. Pokemon Showdown. The Showdown have rank? I'm assuming it does. It's basically Showdown. We have measures for stream sniping. So even if you try to stream snipe, it'll be pretty difficult for you to like actually stream snipe. Because we will know when you have selected your moves, and there's also a countdown and a timer. So it's going to be hard for you guys to stream snipe. No, it's not a challenge. Do not stream snipe. You will get banned if you are someone who is accused of doing so like very frequently. Storyline. You
will get banned.
There will be a little bit of storyline, but for most of these servers, it's kind of like a build your own story kind of thing. So you will see objectives. You will see a lot of group activity, group objectives and stuff. But a lot of it does depend on the streamers and what they want to do.
Yeah, I think we have some lore with cobblemon Academy, like the whole Academy theme with it. Abe did a pretty good job of brainstorming that initially, but it's not super in-depth. It's very like build your own, which I think is good. I like the idea of people on the SMP like creating their own storylines and shit. But I have always thought it would be really cool if there was like a mod in Minecraft where when you went to like an area or approached like an NPC, it would enter you into like a dialogue cutscene. in the future, like way in the future, I would love to make a mod pack that had more immersive in world stuff. Because I feel like when you're creating a mod pack, it's so hard to tell players where to go and like how to accomplish certain things or what the path is. Because a lot of mod packs just drop you into a world and kind of expect you to like open up a quest book and figure out what to do. Common Academy is kind of like that right now. Like there's a book that it gives you off your spawn, a little thing that says like, hey, pick your starter, and it spawns you on an island that has like a shop and a mart and the safari world and all that. It does like an okay job of introducing you to a few things. But I would love if there was an easier way for Minecraft worlds or mod packs to like give you direction as soon as you load it into a world, like make you feel immersed. As Minecraft in general, just go and figure it out. Yeah, but I think with mod packs that introduce lore, there can always be more help with that. I rather quest books myself so I have objectives. Yeah, I'm not saying quest books are bad, but I do think a mix of like some guidance and some cutscenes can be good with like your own sandbox gameplay. Oh, Scrolls jail cell? True.
Did y'all fix the looting system in dungeons? That's what a lot of people did that for resources. Yeah, looting is completely overhauled too. I personally just did not like the fact that it was looting simulator. Fine cheese dungeons, cheese mansions. Like I don't like that shit. So looting is going to be completely different.
I also don't like that they're calling like the structures dungeons, because they're not really. Like they kind of are, but they're not. Like the mansions, it's just like a structure. It's not really like a dungeon. I get it though. Like you go in and there's like bosses that you gotta defeat, so it's kind of like a dungeon. But yeah, the looting simulator sucked. I did not like it much. So we're gonna be toning back the looting. Quite a bit. Not a ton, but there's going to be more ways, more fun and intuitive ways to get loot than just looting. Because right now with the mod pack, there's looting structures and gyms. And that's pretty much it. And like gyms, you don't really fight until kind of later into the game, like mid game, late game. So really all you have to do is just like go and find structures. That's kind of it. There'll be a lot more ways than this. So it won't be like looting sucks. It'll just be still good, but you won't feel like that's what you have to do to get good shit. Because I don't like looting simulator. I don't like feeling like you have to have the highest tier backpack and like 5 of them in your inventory just to be able to play the game. Because it's very overwhelming too. Cobblemon has a lot of items, held items, berries, bands, stuff like that. That's very visually stimulating, especially when you're just trying it out for the first time. Like it's very, very, very overwhelming. Time plays with that kind of game loop in Pokemon, isn't it? Yeah, it could be sparsed out a lot better. So I think I heard like some people having some opinions on this just because it's all they were used to, really, but this will be a lot better. We might not get it right away, but we'll definitely make adjustments to it to where it feels better than it does right now. Because like those large structures, I think are fun, but it's all people did. You would just go around looking for mansions, light them on fire, and then just loot a bunch of chests and get your stuff. Like that's really lame. Like I don't like it. What's up, Gundle? ISO74, appreciate you, dude. Hope you're doing well. I like hoarding stuff. You'll be able to. You're just gonna get your stuff through different ways, like more fun ways. I would love if there are more machinery mods. Not for cobblemon. Especially not for a mod pack that we're trying to make a public server out of. Machinery mods are just way too expensive. I think Create is the only machinery mod that's compatible with cobblemon. And even Create, I think could be cool, but I don't even think it's compatible with 121 fabric right now. So even if we could do it, I don't think we would be able to. But also, yeah, it's just way too intensive for like a public server kind of thing. And we wouldn't want the public server to not have create, but then have like the mod pack have create. That'd be like kind of weird. How you doing, big man? Good. There's just a lot going on right now. I just kind of want to yap about cobblemon for a little while. Chat, can I get just a round of like hell yeahs or something? Are you guys excited for season 2 in January? Public server, new SMP for like a month, maybe longer. Ton of content. Another round of it. You guys are stoked for it, right? Because like this is what I've been putting love into for like the last year. It marks like I started working on Star Academy back in October. And like we kind of had our little precursor with doing PeteZahHutt, you know, a little bit before then. So like, I don't know, I kind of want to drive up some hype. Like this is my fucking baby. This is my shit. I love this, and I love like what it's turning into, and just like the fact that we're still doing this shit. It's gonna be amazing. Like I can't fucking wait, dude. This might sound fabricated because I'm like trying to hype it up right now, but like the more I think about it, I'm like, damn, I love this shit, man. I'm so excited. Like all the people last season fucking loved it, which made me so happy. Bro, I cried. I don't know, I cried a few times. When people in the Discord were saying how much they loved season 1 and how happy they were to like playing it, I cried. I cried hard. I'll admit that. That was a good ass time. And I'm excited that people are like itching to get back to it too. I can't fucking wait. I'm so stoked for this. And it's only 2 months away. That is no time at all. It's only January. That's the craziest thing. So between Star Academy and cobblemon Academy, it was 8 months. We did Star Academy in January and we did cobblemon Academy in October. No, September. Yeah, September. August? No, September. When did we launch? It was September, right? I think it was September. Wait, was it September? It was September, yes. Yeah. So 9 months, actually. Yeah, initially plan was June. And then delayed to July. And then delayed to August. And then delayed to September. So we had 9 months in between Star Academy and cobblemon Academy. And then now we are only going to have 4 months in between. That's a lot faster. But I'm a lot more confident in it because we have a lot more people working on it. So it makes sense. Also, the last one ended pretty early. It got cut off because of Rust, which is totally fair. I think it ended at a perfect time. I talked to A about it. He also thinks like it kind of sucked that it didn't go on for a little bit longer, but we both think that it ended pretty perfectly. It lasted just long enough for people to get the itch and then want to come back to it, but I'm excited for this season. I can't wait. If there's a chance we can battle our streamers, I'm going to spend so much time on the public server. Yeah, you'll be able to. Yeah, it's going to be sick. All right, let's keep going.
Shinies kind of get boring after a while, so we added a new tier of shinies. Kind of like Pokerogue. So there's like a tier 2 shiny now, and those look really good. It's not just like one, it's not just like a huge change. Most of the shinies are like custom colored so that it just looks good and looks better. So that will be exciting.
Flavored shiny. Yeah, we're gonna have tier 2 shinies. You guys play Pokerogue, right? I think Pokerogue had 3 tiers of shinies, like standard shiny, and then it was like fabulous or brilliant or something. I don't even know if they had the names, but yeah, we're gonna have different tiers of shinies, which would be sick, or 2 tiers. We might do more, but I think having a second tier will be exciting because I mean people love rare shit. It's just different color shinies, rare shinies. Like there's nothing to not love about that. Will a few Pokemon missing models have working models in season 2? Yeah. So you guys know the CCC that we use for this season? We use this and Mystic Mons for like our add-on stuff. We're in the middle it's like a little bit of background stuff right now, but like we're trying to figure out if it's possible for us to use this in like a public server environment, just with like licensing and stuff. But if everything goes smoothly, CCC actually got a pretty major update. They added every single Pokemon. I haven't played around with this yet because it only came out, when was it? 3 days ago. But apparently they just added every single Pokemon with Mega Showdown dependency. So that's really sick. And yeah, we're working with our team as well too. Even if we don't use CCC, or not if we don't, but like if we can't for whatever reason, we're doing what we can to make sure that like every Pokemon is in. That is the thing that like I do kind of have a little bit of a gripe over. Not like majorly, but I think some people are a little spoiled and kind of need to check themselves just like a tiny little bit, because Cobblemon has only been out for what, 3 years compared to like Pixelmon that's been out for, I mean, what, a decade plus at this point. When Cobblemon came out, they had so few models, especially for how high quality the models are. Like modeling takes a lot of work, animating them, throwing them all through like Blockbench and stuff, actually making them look really good, have cries, have battle animations, and then throwing in like move sets and stuff, evolutions, like everything that goes into making like a Pokemon actually appear in the game. I still am kind of like surprised that we basically have almost every single Pokemon at this point, because it only feels like a year ago that we had half of them missing. And I mean, base Cobblemon doesn't have more than I think 600 total. The other 300 plus, 400 plus need to be through add-ons, which is just like free gestures that the community makes for free. Like they're not getting paid for the insane amount of time that it takes. So like, I don't know, it's not the majority at all, but I've definitely seen a couple of people that are like, I can't believe that not every Pokemon's in. Like, what do you mean we still don't have all of them? I'm like, you're kidding, right? Like, you know how new all this is and like how much work goes into every single model. The fact that our current mod pack has like only 10 that we're missing, 10, 15 that we're missing is like crazy to me. Because they are like mostly all pretty good quality. Some are like less than others because some artists just have less experience, whatever. So it does vary with like the add-on stuff. But I mean, I don't know. That's a lot of work to be able to implement that many. So we hope that we'll have all of them. But, you know, it takes time for sure. What's up, Ghost? Will there be Dex rewards? There might be something for that. Animating every move Mon is already an insane amount of effort, especially with how many moving parts attacks and Mons have later in the gens. Yeah, like even some of the moves that are in the game right now, like what's the Sky Tackle move or whatever, where it literally takes the Pokemon, throws it at the other Pokemon, and they like jump up in the air and then slam down to the ground. Like that kind of quality takes so much time to get right. We're working with a couple of animators right now on our team for some of the legends, and like people who are really talented, like it takes a long time to get like even a flying animation down really well, you know? And some of them look like, trust me, we'll talk about it. I'll show them off when it comes out, but like, yeah, anyway, small little tangent. Hopefully we'll have most, if not all of the Pokemon, but just give us some patience if we don't have all of them, because it does take a lot of time. You gotta test retargeting for every Mon pairing, because it looks bad if it comes off the wrong point and if it hits the wrong spot in the enemy. Yeah, exactly. Plus, also, Cobblemon right now is working on 1.7. That I think is like getting close to release. And they're introducing their own like mounting system for it, so that we won't need to have like a third-party mod to be able to ride Pokemon. And so like that's all those Pokemon that are getting brand new animations for flying. And that's a lot of work to do. So yeah, it's just a lot of work. But
are you allowed to discuss generational mechanics like Megas and Dynamax? Yeah, I'll be honest. I think Dynamax is bullshit. I think Gigantamax is also bullshit. I don't like it, so it's not going to be a thing. I don't give a fuck. You guys can argue with me. I know there are
What do you mean rare Abe W? Hey, watch yourself.
gonna be some fans out there that are going to argue and be like, "Oh no, I love Dynamax.
Rare is
or
crazy.
I love Gigantamax." I think those two mechanics specifically are bullshit. So it's not gonna be a thing. It's not gonna be a thing. You will have Mega Evolutions. You will have Z moves. You will have Terra. You will have Terra. Just no Gigantamax, no Dynamax.
How do we feel about that? I haven't played a lot of Pokemon with those moves or those gimmicks in, so I don't give a shit. So I don't really care. I agree with him, but also as a person who hasn't played much, I don't know. So it's like whatever. Never gotten the DMAX hate. It's kind of a fusion of Mega Evolution and Z moves, and it's definitely more balanced than either of those. But I think it's perfectly fine to not include it. Doesn't matter to me. Calling Dynamax bullshit, but allowing Z moves an opinion of all time. Are Z moves more broken than Dynamaxing? Because I always thought Z moves were kind of like strong, but not that broken. Don't really care about it. I just ask that the effort be made to remove the slots on the inventory screen where you equip those items. Oh, like the little trinket slot? Empty slots just rub me wrong? I get you. I don't know if it's leaking. Not leaking. We're doing our own mega stuff this time. Which is a very big undertaking, but I think it's going to be really sick. So it'll be vastly different. I don't think that there's going to be the same slots, like the same trinket slots as the last mod that we used, like Mega Showdown. But noted. Definitely noted, because I feel you on that one. I did find it weird that the mod had 4 slots for one item, and the slots were only for like different variations of the item. I did feel like that was kind of weird. Dynamax is far more broken than them. Every Pokemon can use Dynamax, and it only lasts for 3 turns. Pretty much already makes it more balanced than Megas. Interesting. Well, yeah, anyway, I guess we're not doing this. I guess like we didn't know that. We're not doing this. So we'll have Mega as well as Z moves. We'll have Terrestrialization, but Dynamax and Gigantamax or Gigantamax is just not. Honestly, I don't think that's much of a loss. There's so much to do already. I think it's whatever.
I think they're weird. I don't like them. It's whatever. I heard Dynamax is super broken too, so fuck that shit. Alphas were also kinda Wait, what's wrong with alphas? Too common? I do agree with that. Alphas were like, honestly, I don't think alphas were a problem. They were just really common. And
yeah,
I think the pool on which Pokemon can be alpha was kind of small, which was not good. Terra type indicator during battle. Oh.
Do I agree with that? We're doing alphas differently this time. Did I like how alphas were before? They were way too common. I didn't hate them. I thought it was okay, but we're doing it different this time, so it'll be like a different experience. So it'll be good. Z moves are a nuke that requires an item slot. DMAX makes each move have high base power and give a weather, terrain, or stat boost and doubles Pokemon's HP. Interesting, okay.
Oh, yes. Battle UI, guys. Battle UI looks fucking like it looks so good.
Oh my god, wait, yes. Dude, the battle UI that we're going to be using for it is so much cleaner than the one that we have right now. Like, the inputs are faster, There's like more room for good information. There's more like visual indicators of stuff happening. It's just a much like cleaner experience. Because I think the one that's currently in cobblemon is totally good. Like I think it's a good UI. But this one just looks so much better. I remember seeing it for the first time. I was like, holy shit, wait, is that custom? And they're like, yeah, it is. We're like, we want that. Like, we should do that for Cobblemon Academy. That's what we are. It's so sick. You guys are gonna love it. It's like super slick, it's good.
You guys are going to love the way the battle UI is and the way that it's changed. Like, you'll be able to see, there's gonna be like a visual indicator on the top that shows if it's sunny, raining, sandstorm, or whatever. You'll be able to hover over your Pokemon and the enemy cobblemon, and it'll say like anything that was discovered during the battle. So if the enemy cobblemon uses a move and you hover over the cobblemon after, it'll say the move. Everything else will be question marks, but it'll show you everything.
Oh yeah, so that's, I don't know if Pokemon games do this already. But when I first heard about this, I thought of Persona, and maybe other JRPGs do this as well. Where when you like encounter an enemy or like a boss, all of its information is question marks, but once it reveals something to you or like uses a move, then it tells you, oh hey, it like replaces the question marks with that information. So if you're like battling a Pokemon and it uses 4 different moves, then you'll be able to see when you hover over it, oh, it has these 4 moves. Which I think is nice. It's different for sure. Because as a person who didn't play a ton of Pokemon growing up, I always thought you kind of weren't meant to know that information or have it readily available. But it's interesting. It's really cool. That was in Pokerogue, if I recall. Was it really? I don't know if that was like that when I played it originally. I think it dates to a Final Fantasy game. But it's definitely something I've seen in previous games, like Final Fantasy and Persona. So I think it's nice. I think it's a really good like little addition.
That you should know, so that you don't have to like have like perfect memory to remember everything.
Yeah.
Will there be UI added for a weakness or not affect? Yes. There will be UI, there will be information and a tooltip button that shows you like type effectiveness, how much damage a move does, or what, or even like the description of what a move does. It'll show you everything. So it is very beginner and noob friendly. You don't have to be a fucking Pokemon nerd or a Pokemon wizard to know like what everything does.
Yeah. So like that, what you were saying is kind of playing competitive on easy mode, but I'm down for it. I think it's something like this is always better than not, because one of the mods that we added in for last season was a mod where if you hover over a move, it'll tell you if it's effective or not. So like a fire move on a water type would be like, hey, this is 0.5 effective. You should not use this move. Or like if you're a water type on a fire type and you use a water move, it'll tell you like, hey, this is 2 times effective. This is so much better because if any of you guys remember back when I played Pixelmon with the boys, like years ago, do y'all remember how the tournaments went? People who played, they would get their team, tournament day would come around, they'd get into a battle, the first thing they do, okay chat, what do we do? Guys, what's a good move? What Pokemon is this? Guys, what typing is Butterfree? Is that a fairy type? Fairy flying, right? Grass type? Wait, it's grass type? Wait, you guys are saying grass and bug type. Which type? Wait, so is my fire move good on it? Wait, if I use Hypnotize, is that gonna work? Or is that effective? 10 minutes passed. Every battle lasted an hour. It was so ass. So just having type effectiveness makes all these battles just so much quicker. Like everybody being able to go into gyms and just see like, oh, this move is 2 times effective. I should use this one. People who are really good at Pokemon know that you can't just use every good effective move on a battle and win. You still have to use like setup moves and swap and stuff. Like there's more skill than just knowing, hey, this is the Pokemon's type. This is the moves that are good against it. I think the barrier for entry and having it be so much more easy for people who are beginner or even like moderately skilled players is just so much more worth than like trying to preserve a little bit of competitive integrity, because there's other competitive things that you just don't know from that information. I feel like sometimes during the old Pixelmon days, felt like very few of y'all knew what y'all were doing going back. Yeah. Because I think a lot of us were maybe like new to Pokemon around the time, or just had never really battled like that before. Same with me. Pixelmon was my first Pokemon game. Hey, hands up, I have no problem. I have no problem saying that. Pixelmon was my first Pokemon game I ever played. My first official Pokemon game was Pokemon Go. I'm that kind of guy. But like, you know, that's just who I am. So yeah, those battles for me sucked because like I was doing the same thing. I was asking chat like, "Hey, what move is this? What Pokemon is this? What's their typing?" Like, I have no idea. So it'll be better. We want to make sure that people coming into this have a great time, and there's going to be so many people who have never played Cobblemon before or Pixelmon, like trying out this public server for the first time around. So yeah. Realizing that moves don't do damage are actually not useless was my moment of actually understanding Pokemon battles. Mm-hmm. Anytime looking back, I saw Jerome pull up with a somewhat put together team and win. True. Yeah, true.
And I think that's going to be overall a great change for everybody. Are you going to add ZA Pokemon? No. Will there be a feature for daily logins, login rewards, something like from Gacha game feature, weekly reward if you log in consecutively for 7 days for the public servers? There might be. There might be something like that. Okay, low key.
Do you guys like feeling like you have to log in every day for like a reward? I know a lot of servers have like calendars where if you log in each day, you get like a little bonus. And if you have like a streak, you get like a little bit extra kind of thing. You guys like that? Because the mod pack right now is kind of like that with the card packs and the keys. Like the quest rewards. Every 8 hours you get a chance to do it, so like it's a reason to log in every day. I think it's a dark pattern that should probably be illegal. I do most of the time, but I also feel the burnout of it. Maybe not just every day, but maybe a daily reset, so not a streak. That's my take. I like daily rewards where I feel like it like gives me a reason to log in every day, but I don't like streaks. Because streaks feel like terrible if you miss a day, which I don't think is healthy. Like people should be able to take a break from a game for a couple days and not feel like they're losing out on this major thing. Like those calendar mods that I've seen where you have to log in every single day of the entire month and then you get like a bonus reward, kind of, I don't think those are good. Because like, what if you want to go on vacation for a few days to like I'm going on vacation to Chicago for Thanksgiving for like 3 or 4 days. I don't want to have to feel like I'm going to lose my progress on a Cobblemon server when I'm just going to go away from the computer to go see family. Like that sucks. I hate that idea. But I do like the idea of when I get back, I'll be able to like keep getting my daily rewards. But in the grand scheme of things, losing 3 or 4 days isn't that big of a deal at all. Like you're not, it's not a huge thing whatsoever. Yeah, and the high level streaks are only worth it ones too. Yeah, so they dumb down the dailies to where if you don't get the weekly ones, there's just no reason to log on at all. I agree with that for sure. So I like the idea of having little like daily login incentives. So we might still do that. But I don't see us making like a streak thing because I think streaks are dumb. It would also go against what we're doing for the public or for the SMP too, because we're literally taking the SMP down for a day out of the week. Like either Tuesday or Wednesday, people are just not going to be able to play for 24 hours. So it would make sense if the public server didn't have a streak, because we want to encourage people taking a break day or two and then coming back to it later. I think those kind of servers that can sustain that are the best ones out there. Servers that don't ask you to log in every single day for like months on end to where you get burnout. I think if you can play on a server for like a year and it doesn't require you to keep logging in all the time, that's like a good server. Do it like how Pokemon Go does it, where you can log on to do a daily task and it'll go up. It'll go up a week. If you miss out, then it'll still save, but you missed that day toward the weekly reward. Do it like a Pokemon where you can log on, do the daily task, and it'll go up. Wait, Fluffy, can you say that part again? Did you mistype? It'll go up the week. If you miss out, then it'll still save, but you missed that day toward the weekly reward. Go up for the weekly reward. Oh, so like if you log on Sunday or Monday. Do you guys think the week starts on Sunday or Monday? I think the week starts on Monday. But whatever. So if you like log in Monday, you like kind of add a little bit to your weekly reward. And then if you log in Tuesday, you add a little bit more. So if you're like 6 out of 7 by the time the weekends, and you get like a tier 6 reward. Or if you only do it 4 times, then you get like a tier 4 reward. Is it like that? So you just need the full 7 days to get the max reward. I think that's the same thing that I'm talking about that I don't like, but on a smaller scale. Because you do still feel like you have to log in every day of the week to get a good thing. And we would also probably need to dumb down the daily rewards. But it doesn't reset if you miss. Oh, it doesn't reset. Oh, so you would eventually get the day 7 reward anyway. Oh. Wait, so do you get a daily reward on top of it? Or is it just you have to log in 7 days and then you cash the reward? Feels a lot less suffocating. Yeah, Mojo, that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying, I think. 7 days for the reward. Interesting. I think I like that. You could do both. We could do both, yeah. No, I like that. I'm gonna bring that up. Actually, I kind of like that a lot. Pokemon Go, like total. What do I call that? Like total. That's a good idea. Total weekly rewards. I wrote it out in some dumb way that only I'll understand. It's okay. What's up, Matt?
Key, there are some things I'm a little bit worried about.
How long is this segment? It's like the rest of the video. Oh, the IVs and breeding changes. Okay, I'm just gonna cut the entire segment and just say it right now. The change that is being made to IVs and breeding is when you breed 2 Pokemon together, the offspring gets born and then the 2 parents die. That's why I said rare Abe W, because he said this. I don't know about this change. I don't know about this idea. It's a lot because breeding is just very strong and very overpowered. I don't know if murdering the parents is a good solution, but I'm very curious to hear what he says about this.
Breeding. IVs. Technically, you roll, there's 6 IVs, and you roll between 0 to 31. You roll 0 to 31, which means there's 32 possible outcomes per IV, right? So 32 possible outcomes times 6. Technically, in order to somehow get perfect IVs, it's supposed to be over a 1 in a billion chance to roll a 32 6 times in a row.
He's so good
It's
at math.
supposed to be over a 1 in a billion chance to get 31 6 times in a row. It's not a rolling mechanic. You build it up using known stat holder items. Sure. Breeding, if you want to min-max with breeding and just constantly breed until you get max IVs, sure. But no matter what, even when you are breeding, it is a rolling mechanic. You're just guaranteeing the odds of certain things happening. It's still a rolling mechanic.
I'm gonna be so real. I'm way too hungry to listen to this right now. I have to order food. I feel like I'm watching a fucking YouTube video, like eating like takeout or something right now, but the problem is I don't have my takeout in front of me. I'm so starving. What I feeling like? I was about to ask Chat the same question. Chat. If you lived in a place where almost every food around you was Americanized to absolute hell, what would you go for? I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I think I need a... How much have I eaten today? I need a lot of food, actually. I'm back on my gym grind, which feels pretty good. Chad, I did a 50-minute workout, chest and arms yesterday, as well as a 5-mile. Nice little 2.5-hour workout. Got the legs in, cardio, got the upper body muscle in. It was a good day. It was a good ass day. I found a really, really good route nearby where I live. That's like a perfect 5-mile route. It's so beautiful. Pesto pasta? I had that for lunch, actually. I love my pesto. Watching people playing Ark Survival is peak 2017. I'm enjoying life right now. Love that for you. We had a reheated pizza. You made a chicken ragu and spaghetti. Sounds so good. Burrito bowl. I haven't eaten a Chipotle in a few months. Chipotle kind of sucks. I don't fuck with Chipotle. What about one of those salad bowl places? It still exists, right? There's a place nearby me that has this really good, it's like a protein bowl, but they make it with Korean glass noodle, which is like sweet potato paste. That's so good. I'm considering ordering in that. You might have a goat curry tonight. Oh, I love curry. I wish you had more options around me. You know what I went to last week with my dad? First time ever trying it. Raising Cane's. We actually got one in Spokane last month. For fast casual chicken, it was pretty fire. Not gonna lie. It was pretty good. My dad got the usual like 3, and I got the sandwich. It was pretty good. Heavy, but pretty good though. Maybe Thai food. Korean food's top tier. A lot of it is. A lot of it is. I'm excited for set 16, but looks like it'll be hard to balance. Yeah, I haven't even started talking about that yet. I was gonna go through what's it called? The dev video for it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of tired, but I think I'm just hungry though. All right, I'm gonna get a rice bowl and also a sandwich. Because I absolutely need to eat. What's up, Kylie? We've only been online 2 hours. You know what's crazy? It feels like I've been live for 6 hours, but I think it's because I've been standing this whole time. Could you guys tell that I've been standing? That's such a stupid question. Of course it doesn't matter. I've been standing this whole time. I'm not gonna lie, my legs are getting tired. Should probably sit down. But I'm also trying to work my legs a little bit more, so I should probably stay standing. It's healthier. You're standing? Yep. I thought that was a short lamp. What the? Actually, that's fair. You were insulting the lamp, not me, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Alright. The food's on the way. Anyone else have been here? Yeah, good to see you. Hope you've been well. I can tell how little I stream because I'm already kind of like tired from talking so much. What was the last time you played poker? I recently got back into it. It was really fun. I haven't played this since the last time I streamed it. It's been a while. It's been a while. 1.4 coming out soon? Yeah, sorry about being a shithead. My bad. I actually wanted to, I wanted to stream yesterday because I wanted to do, I'm going to try and put out the November quests as well as the October one, just so people have like more catch-up content to do. Because we're basically retiring the current mod pack come January, but before then I would like to put out the quests for October, November, and December. So there's just like that little bit more content before it says goodbye. All in all, Season 1 mod pack, pretty good. If I had more time, way more time, more devs kind of thing, definitely would have done more than just make it a looting simulator, but that's what we're doing for this season. So, but people liked it. It was fun. It was a good mod pack. I'm happy people had a good reception to it. I'm glad you're retiring it so you can get rid of this stupid looting simulator. I purposely read that wrong because you wrote, I'm glad you're retiring so you can get rid of the stupid looting simulator. So you want me to hang up my hat is what you're saying. Honestly, after the looting simulator mess that last season was, I don't blame you. I feel the same. It's time to go, old man. The young generation's gonna take over for you. They're gonna code the whole thing in ChatGPT. See, chat, that's the whole reason that I can't kill myself yet. I have to make it to 90 years old having never used ChatGPT once. Just to stick it to them. Just to stick it to the world. Gotta stay alive. Anyway.
Because when you're trying to get perfect IVs, like it's never a guarantee. You can pretty much get to a point where you can almost guarantee up to five perfect IVs, but you're still rolling the last one. So no matter what, there's still like some RNG involved in it. You're still rolling. You're just guaranteeing that the number of times you hit 31 is reduced by like a certain number. So it's still a rolling mechanic. I personally think breeding is kind of bullshit. It makes catching Pokemon not as special or unique. So this is what okay, chat, this is gonna okay. I know for a fact that there's gonna be a lot of people who disagree with me.
I have thoughts, but I want to hear them out. But also, like, does breeding make catching Pokemon less interesting? I don't think it does, because isn't it the same thing? So like in my mind, there's two scenarios. There's, say you're going for like a rare, say you're going for an Eevee and you want to get like an Umbreon. You catch your first Eevee, it's a rare spawn, so you're excited about that, right? But then it takes a while, might take a little while before you're able to get like the opposite gender. And once you finally do, and they both have like decent IVs, or maybe you have to catch like 3 or 4 of the opposite gender until it finally lands on like a good IV one. And then you can start breeding because you actually have 2 Pokemon that have decent enough IVs to produce offspring and that you would want to keep. You still have to catch a Pokemon a few times before you can get to that point. You can't just catch one and then breed a ton with it. On the flip side with that, if you take away breeding, you're basically just sitting out in the overworld, just trying to catch a single one of those Pokemon that has a good IV roll to it. Which feels to me the same as just breeding. Like taking the 2 that you already caught and then trying to wait for them to roll a good. Like, I don't know. It feels like you're reducing 2 gameplay mechanics down to 1. Like instead of catching and then breeding, you're catching, just catching until you land on a good IV. You can with Ditto. That's something I don't like. I don't like Ditto breeding. I don't like that you can just take a Ditto and breed it with any other Pokemon that you want. So as soon as you get a really good IV Ditto, you just are, it's free game forever. I think removing Ditto breeding would be a positive. I don't know if casuals would agree with that, but I think Dittos are way too strong and just boring. Like, breeding is a luxury. Like, if you... I mean, damn, with the way the climate is and the economy, like, that's kind of true in real life, too. If you have 2 Pokemon that are really good and you finally get around to breeding, like, you've already spent and invested, like, a really good amount of time. Like, you actually have been able to get 2 really good Pokemon for it. Just getting 1 really good Ditto that just, like, everybody's envious of, and then you just have, like, such an easier time breeding. Because that also kind of sucks. Like, if you're playing on a competitive server, like, even the SMP, if it starts getting, like, kind of competitive between some sweats, if one person just has a really insane Ditto, they just are so much stronger and in such a better position than everyone else. That's kind of lame, you know? Like, if you wanted to breed 2 EVs together, you should need to get, like, 2 really good IV EVs, I think. You have a perfect IV Ditto and it still takes time even with the inheritance items. If a silver golden cows became more easy to obtain, then everyone can have competitive Pokemon. That was another interesting thing that John talked about last season. John Choi. He was saying that compared to Cobblemon Academy or Star Academy, I don't know if you guys remember much about Star Academy, but Star Academy, when you would loot structures, the chests had a bunch of like IV boosters and bottle caps in it. So it was very easy to get a perfect IV Pokemon, which we obviously removed because we thought that it was too broken. And they were much harder to obtain this time. Like the only IV modifications that you could make to a Pokemon was the like copper bottle caps, which is just random. John was saying that that change actually made it more sweaty because even though it feels more balanced on the surface, it made it that much more of a grind to actually get a perfect IV Pokemon and one that was able to battle against other perfect IV Pokemon. Because it just took so many hours and hours and hours compared to just everyone was able to get perfect IVs last season or Star Academy. So I don't know, it's interesting because that can be seen as a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe bad for casuals, good for competitiveness. I think a lot of what Abe is talking about and also we're talking about is wanting things to not be so easy for a public server environment and people that want to play for like months. But it's tricky because like how do you prolong gameplay without making things seem grueling? You know? It's like mod packs that make crafting things take 10 steps instead of one. Like, oh, you need to wash your iron ore and then it turns into nuggets and then you can take 9 of those and make a like dirty iron ingot and then you need a fucking like space refiner to make an iron ingot. This is stupid. Like you're not doing anything, you're just making it complicated for the sake of people having shit to do, but like the end result is the same, you're just taking so much longer to get there. So it's like, how do you make something last, like take a while without it feeling like you're just removing stuff for the sake of removing stuff? What's up, Wheeler? Hey, the 5 years. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you can't tell, we're still kind of like working out some of this stuff. We've got a lot of like brainstorming to do between now and like the next month. But, you know, if we make any of these changes and people really don't like it, then we can always change it later. Some people don't like or care to breed and feel behind with Pokemon that are competitive. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely tricky. I want to keep hearing out Abe, though.
But hear me out, okay? I personally don't like the way breeding is. I don't want to remove breeding completely. I don't want to completely neuter breeding. But I think breeding is kind of bullshit. So I changed it up. And this is a big leak. And I promise you guys, I promise you this will not make breeding useless, okay? But the way breeding is going to be is when you breed 2 cobblemon together to make a new cobblemon, you're going to lose the parents that you breed.
Dude, fucker couldn't even go through that without chuckling. He couldn't even say the whole thing without cracking up halfway through. Dude knows what the reaction's gonna be to it. It's so funny.
So hear me out. Okay, listen, hear me out. Just hear me out on this, okay? Don't say orphaning. Hear me out, okay? The reason why is because I want to make it so that getting perfect.
I'm baby kitty. Where is mama? Mama got killed in breeding.
Perfect IVs on something is not something that's like common or like easy to do. I think there's more variety in builds, uniqueness, and everything with cobblemon or Pokemon in general when IVs are not always maxed and like min-maxed. So if I find a Gibble, right? Or if I find 2 Gibbles and one of them has like 30 attack and really shit IVs, and one of them has like 31 speed and really shit IVs, breeding is still advantageous to me because I can guarantee that I get the really high attack and really high speed stat, and then RNG roll the rest and hope that it comes out decent, right? I personally think this is a good mechanic. RNG based comment? No, it's not RNG based. It's not RNG based. I think this is going to create like more of like an economy, more player interaction, because like you're going to be looking for certain certain common from certain egg groups with a certain stat, right? So that means more interaction with more people, more reason for you to catch more cobblemon, and less of people just spam buying ranch blocks and like breeding like 50 things at once, like hoping to get a max IV.
Okay, I do think that that part of the game is ass. I think being able to breed like 8 different Pokemon at a time is really strong and really like overpowered. I think if you're breeding Pokemon, you shouldn't be able to do that many at all. Like, one at a time, even? I know it sounds like pretty restrictive, but like, I don't know. I can see how breed spamming is bad. It's just time investment. Yeah. But again, it's like, if you want 100 EVs until you finally get that 101 one that is really good and perfect, do you want it to take an hour or do you want it to take 10 hours to get there? Because I think the people who are, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough to really give super solid input on this. I definitely think changing breeding is going to be divisive in some way, but I think we'll land on a spot that's happier or like good with people, because we don't want to make the mod pack difficult. I know Abe and what he's talking about right now. He doesn't want to make the mod pack like difficult. Challenging is a different word that I think is better. Maybe needing more time investment into more, I don't know. I just don't think that he's making it hard for the sake of making it hard. I see where he's coming from on it. I'm curious about it too. But I think we'll land on something good. Might just take some refining.
So if you catch a bunch of different IV mons, you can mix them all together. I think that's a good idea. I mean, technically breeding is supposed to be like, okay. Also another thing, technically breeding, you're supposed to breed within the same egg group, right? That's why there's egg moves and all that kind of shit. Wait, so are they inheriting parent the stats without power bands? No, you still need the power bands. You still need the power bands, but power bands honestly are not going to be that difficult to get. No bottle caps. Okay, so there will be some items that you can use to change or manipulate IVs. It's not going to be super OP. It's not going to make a huge difference. And they're going to be hard to get. But the trade-off is when you use these items on a cobblemon, that cobblemon that you use it on will no longer be breedable. Do you lose the bands? You do not lose the bands. So they get neutered, basically.
I like that change. So like in the current mod pack where you can have the wooden bottle caps that randomize IVs, if you did that to a Pokemon, you can keep doing it to a Pokemon over and over and over again. But once you do that, you can't breed with that Pokemon anymore. Yeah, Pokemon with bottle caps can't be bred. So you can't just rack up a ton of bottle caps, just get a really, really good IV Pokemon, and then use that as like a breeding machine. Having that on top of the breedable Pokemon dying, orphaning the kid is like really, it is a lot. I think most people would agree that the bottle cap change is a good thing. It's less strong that way. It makes bottle caps a little bit more reserved, so you can't just use them on anything. Yeah, no studs. Pokemon gotta be strong in the heart. They gotta be strong in here if they want to breed, not just on the outside. Is it gonna be a point in breeding now if bottle caps would be attainable? Well, I don't know if we're we haven't really decided on, well, unless he says it here and I must have missed this part, but I know we're gonna have wooden bottle caps that randomize IVs. I don't know if we're gonna have too many like bottle caps that just let you max out IVs. Because you're right, that would make breeding redundant that way.
Why don't you just take out the breeding? I don't want to take out breeding. I think taking out breeding is a little extreme. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and some people are not going to like it, but I personally think, in my head, which is the most important thing to me, the way that I'm envisioning it and the way that I'm thinking about it, I think.
Hey King, your head being the most important thing to you. I love it for I love it for you.
This is a good change. I think this is going to add more variety and more player-to-player interaction and more reasons for people to catch cobblemon and get excited about finding something with good IVs. Yes, and it'll make catching cobblemon and also like getting cobblemon feel more meaningful and more special. If you somehow get a max IV cobblemon and it's tradable, like that's going to be insanely valuable. Why aren't you just making it so every Pokemon has max IV, since there's a lot of complexity outside of Pokemon though? I think that's boring. At that point, I might as well just leave breeding in as it is, because everyone's just going to spend like hours and hours just mindlessly breeding to get max IVs.
I agree with that. Do you guys like IVs? I think IVs are good. I think having that variation in Pokemon is good. It's more fun that way. Makes like getting a really good IV Pokemon more exciting. I feel like this is gonna make getting competitive Pokemon harder and further deter from people battling. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. So with like having a public server with this, we aren't just doing like a quick little mod pack for 2 or 3 months and then moving on to the next thing. We're gonna be maintaining this and like these features for hopefully years. So if it does turn out to be something that people hate, we'll probably talk about it and try and find like a better solution for it, you know? Good chance we do it and people like it. Good chance we do it and people don't like it. And if they don't like it, then we can try and figure out something that's good. Because we don't want to just have like a product that's shit. Or like if people don't like it, that they don't have fun playing and they're like, this part sucks, then we would try and do something to fix it. But I don't know. I think Abe has a vision for it, and I'm very curious to see how it would actually do in practice. Because I haven't played any kind of Pokemon or like Cobblemon, Pixelmon, whatever that has breeding like this before. So we'll see. I like the ground aspect, though, of trying to get very good IV Pokemon for battles. Yeah, I agree too. I like that part too.
And I think doing what you're saying just takes away a lot of potential. I think it takes away a lot from the game. Max IV fossils gonna go crazy. Max IV fossils are gone. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he talks about it at all, but we're redoing the fossils for this season. Shiny fossils, Max IV fossils. Listen, they were fun, but they were way too broken. That level of dopamine toward the end of the SMP, there were people hitting like lines of that shit, 20 shiny fossils at a time kind of deal. Once you come down from that high, you'll be chasing that for the rest of your days. Like, shiny fossils were harmless. I like the ability fossils though. We want to redo fossils completely. So there's still that excitement that you can get from like getting a really, really rare Pokemon from a fossil. I don't know if we'll have legendaries be a thing that you can get from fossils, because we're going to have like our own fun way of obtaining legendaries that's more in depth. So fossils would be more exciting, just much better balanced, because they were broken. I see some servers containing battle passes. Have you guys talked about the possibility of adding one? We have. I like the idea of it. I think especially for battle passes that what we were talking about, having like a lot of cosmetics, having like a free tier and then like a paid tier, kind of like the way that Riot does it, where the paid tier is like the same pass, but you just get like some extra bonuses for every milestone that you hit. Like maybe every 5 or 10 levels, you get like a little something different. I think we will probably have that for the server, like a battle pass. And like a paid one as well too, with like fun rewards in it. But that does go back to what I was saying, that the server is not going to be pay to win. So it's not going to be like people who have the paid battle pass need it to have like a competitive advantage. It would just be like for skins and stuff. Like outfits, maybe different retexturing, whatever, like just some cool shit. Still running Pokemon for fossils? Yeah. Just not random, like every Pokemon in the game in the pool kind of random, where you can get a legendary kind of random. Because the way it is in the mod pack right now, because there's like 60 legendaries or how many there are out of only 1,000 Pokemon, the chance that you're getting a legendary is like 1 in 18, 1 in 20 if we're being generous. It's like really high. That's way too strong. But I do remember seeing some people like I remember Jody got one of the shiny fossils. Or it might be one of the max IV. It was one of the fossils. Maybe it was a hidden ability one. And she got a Calyrex from her first one. And she was completely new to Pokemon. She had no idea what a Calyrex was. So her whole chat was like blowing up like, I can't believe, do you even know what that is? It's a legendary. And she was like, what? What do you mean it's a legendary? And then it was just really cute. I love that there's items in the game that can give you that kind of like really strong reaction where like you didn't work that hard for it, but you still got this insanely rare thing and it feels amazing. I love that. So I don't want fossils to just be this boring thing where you can't get anything really good from it. You know what I mean? It's like finding a balance of making sure that you can't just pull legendaries all the time from it, but there's still a chance of getting something where you're going to be thinking about it for like a week. Oh, damn, I can't believe that happened.
I think it's going to be fun. I think people aren't going to be able to use calculators to like to check during a battle if
what's up, Weog? That's the 45 months.
Go first guaranteed. Will my move go first guaranteed if I have Tailwind up? Like people won't be able to do that. No more fossils. There will be fossils. There will be fossils. Just no max IV fossils.
Yeah.
Are you increasing the spawn rates of Pokemon or are you keeping spawn rates of more rare Pokemon the same? I think the Pokemon in the higher end of the rarity loot table is going to be slightly more difficult to find. But I don't think you guys are going to see much of a difference or experience much of a difference. Legendaries are completely changed too, so you won't have to like sit around and wait for a legendary to spawn with the item anymore. It'll be a lot simpler. It'll just be probably a little bit more difficult to get legendary items. Are legendary going to be one of a kind again, like no dupes? On our SMP it will be. On public servers it is not. Are there any gen exclusive legendaries like Ultra Beast or Pokemon Answers that won't be in the game? We're going to try to include as many as possible. Obviously we won't have every single one of them, but we're going to try to include as many as possible. Sounds like this is going to be even more Pokemon focused than Minecraft. I think there's going to be a lot more content than last.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be a lot more Pokemon focused this time around. Because last season really only had like looting. But there will still be some elements of Minecraft in it. Kind of the same way that there are right now. Just a lot more Pokemon related content that you can do. Dungeons. Safari's coming back. I don't know if they've talked about that or not. Fine. I'll leak something. Who's gonna stop me? Safari's coming back and it's getting completely overhauled. We are literally scrapping our entire Safari system. And we're given a brand new one for this season, which is gonna be sick. A whole different thing. So that'll be really cool. I love the Safari, but the current iteration is very lacking. This one will be a lot more exciting to go into. It'll feel a lot more purposeful, a lot more stuff to be able to do in it. It's really good. Am I still doing meteors? Probably not. The meteors were okay. I think if we did like some kind of falling down from the sky thing, we'd probably code our own. What we originally wanted to do. But the meteors were kind of awkward because like they're fun, but it's just another way of obtaining loot. We'll have other ways this time. I don't know. I wasn't too attached to the meteors. I thought they were kind of cool, but like they're not that great. Because you look up, you see them, and they got to run really far, or maybe you hear it, and you don't actually know where it landed. It kind of takes you out of like the catching world. I don't know. They're kind of In the end, there was some other structure. Yeah, pretty much. And Ray really would okay, the Shoto clip, I'm glad we at least got that from it. That was golden. Oh, my food got here. Actually, I'm gonna let this video ride while I go grab my food. Let me know if there was anything important that I should talk about. I'll be right back.
Last time. So it's gonna be a little bit of, it's gonna be a good mix. It'll be a good mix. It'll be a good mix. Will there be more Pokemon battling and not just the final tournament? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of battling. How's looting going to work? There's going to be a lot of different ways to obtain loot. There will be structures you can loot, but mostly finding, or mostly like through tasks and like battles and content and stuff. You'll see. I don't want to leak too much. Anything on gyms? We're not using the same gym. We're not using the same gym system as last time because it was too buggy. There's way too many issues with it. So we're rebuilding and making our own gym system. That's going to be a lot better. The UI is going to be better. The teams that the trainers and gym leaders, like from different parts of content, are going to be a lot better too. In public servers, can people become gym leaders? I mean, you can RP and make your own gyms. Yeah, sure. Maybe we'll create a gym leader system where people can apply to be a gym leader. We gonna get Toast RPing again. I don't know if he's gonna RP again, dude. Seeing Toast RP was kind of weird, low key, but it was also pretty funny.
Hey, the gym mod that we had, WDev. It was a brand new mod. We decided to give it a ride. I think it was pretty sick for what it was. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but I loved the fact that you could set the level of the gym to whatever you wanted. And that didn't just match your team. I thought that was so cool. And I definitely would love to do that over again. And I think we're going to. We're still tweaking a few things on it, but I think having the ability to like set your own level and make it even lower than your gym, or like lower than your team, if you felt like it would be too intimidating to go up against a team of your own level, was really nice for like casual players and beginners. And also if you wanted to set it higher than your own level, if you wanted to just try and be a badass and then probably fail, like I thought that was fun. This time, I don't know if he said it, the new gyms will not have junior trainers with 5 different Zapdos and an Articuno waiting for you. I loved watching Will's gym battles, but that will not be returning. It was fun for what it was. A 3 Lapis of Paris song? Oh yeah. That was a nasty bug. I still reckon that Dilute should have been better for the harder gyms. I do agree with you. I think Dilute could have been better for sure in different places. We did buff it at some point, but I think what kind of sucked was mansions were just always going to be better. Because mansions had all the loot that you could find pretty much, except for maybe a couple of things. So gym loot always felt terrible in comparison. To me, the gym level feels like it would be fun to just be random in the world. One specific level, find it. Infinite world, after all. So like it's locked to the key. I do like the idea if there was a way to make your own gym, be a gym leader server-wise. Like if there were badges you can give out to people that beat you, just for like RP purposes. Oh yeah, I love that idea. I think it's something that we want to do. I love the idea of like having people be gym leaders. You ended up rewriting the loopholes to the end of my server? Yeah, the end loopholes are pretty terrible. They're not bad, but they're not anything special. Alright. I think that's about everything on here. How do you guys feel about the changes that you've heard so far? You guys excited? I thought A was going to talk about a lot more in this little video. Maybe he did more in a different stream. This doesn't cover a lot. There's a lot that he has not spoken about yet. I think the biggest feature from here is probably the rank system. Like feature-wise, but there's a lot more. I'm intrigued. Probably wants to keep it secret. Yeah. Don't worry. Well, so we've already said that we're doing this in January. That's public knowledge. The date is not confirmed yet for public. You guys don't know the date. You'll hear more about it hopefully sometime this month. We'll show some stuff off before January to keep you guys like hyped on it. The breeding and loot changes will be a huge meta shift. I don't think the looting will be. I think the breeding definitely will, but I think the looting will be better. It'll just be like healthier for the game. Anyway. I need to figure out what I'm doing. My food got here and I'm starving and I want to eat, but also... What do I do while I'm eating? Do I end stream? Should I end stream? Then we go live tomorrow for MCC? Yeah, I think I'm down for that. Because burrito bowl I can... Or rice bowl I can devour on stream pretty easily, but there is a Philly cheesesteak sandwich that I got alongside with it that I am looking to tear into, and I do not want to be alive while I'm doing that. Did I miss the TFT talk? No, but I'm realizing I haven't talked this much in at least a month. My throat's tired. I don't want to keep talking. I'm tired. Like, I'm not tired. Like, I feel strained. It's so weird. And I feel like I hit vocal fry like an hour ago. I don't know why I'm so like... I think it's because I've been standing. Dude, standing takes effort. Fuck me. I think if I was sitting, I could probably go for another like 6 hours. Damn. No Terrace to a Force Proc stream on that? We could. We could. I'm gonna... Give me a sec. Do I look cute? I'm gonna sit and eat for 5 minutes to see if I want to keep streaming or not. I'm gonna let it vibe for a second before I make a decision. Wait, who's on? Oh, Pyro's on. Never look better? Ah, man. I guess we're just being mean for no reason. That's cool. No, I don't mind. Best two-dimensional version of you. Really? I'm gonna nail this. I want to break your dry streak. Is he talking about... There's no way I'm getting flamed from my own teammate. This is all people fucking talk about. Bro, I went to San Diego and everybody was like, dude, you gotta win. I heard you haven't won in how long has it been? Heard you hadn't won. This is my 13th reason, dude. Swear to God. Swear to God, it's gonna be my 13th reason. End game Twitch. Yeah, Shay, I'm gonna hop off for the night. Oh, see y'all for MCC tomorrow. How long? 17 hours? We're gonna make that one guy a rest day. Fuck the Reddit. Goob night. Goob night. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for listening to me yap for a little bit. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bright and early. Yeah, bright and early. Alright. Toodaloo. Until next time. I'll be